The guy in charge of your mortgage market might have just broke the law. And his big idea to fix housing, well, let's just say it makes that 50-year mortgage idea look harmless. Stick around. You're going to want to hear this. Go grab some tea. Get your favorite beverage because this reads just like a weekday soap opera. I am Laura Lalaki, your international real estate agent, helping you to find your home sanctuary domestically and abroad. So what's going on with Bill Pulte and your mortgage? Let's talk about the name that is actually flying under the radar that shouldn't be, and that is Bill Pulte. If you're in the real estate world trying to buy a home or just wondering why housing feels like a game you can't win, this guy's decisions are shaping the entire field. Now, he is now the director of FHFA. That is the agency that oversees Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, also known as the two big giants backing more than half of all the United States mortgages. Now, this job that he has is supposed to be boring, neutral, and focused on helping Americans get and keep homes. Instead, Pulte is running the FHFA like it's a political clubhouse, and your mortgage is his chess piece. So how did we get here? Where are we going at? He went from 50-year mortgages to portable rate gimmicks. Now, a few months ago, Pulte floated the idea of a 50-year mortgage, and Trump jumped on. The pitch? Lower monthly payments. The reality? You'd be paying tens or hundreds of thousands more in interest. It was a financial trap disguised as affordability. Trump supported it. Then once the backlash hit from economists, homeowners, and just about anyone who could do basic math, they quietly yanked it. Matter of fact, people are still talking about the 50-year mortgage, and they quietly yanked it. I even did a video on it. So now they're actually floating something new. Portable mortgages. The pitch? You take your current low mortgage rate with you when you move. Sounds convenient, right? But hang on. What is a portable mortgage anyway? What? Say you locked in a 3% mortgage a few years ago. Rates are now hovering around 7%. With a portable mortgage, you'd be allowed to carry that 3% rate to your next house instead of starting fresh at a higher rate. Now, the idea is to get people unstuck. A lot of folks are staying in their homes simply because they can't afford today's rates. Let them take their old rate with them, and suddenly more homes hit the market. Now, in theory, that frees up housing supply. But like most things wrapped in political marketing, it's messier under the hood. Now listen, my daddy was a car man. It can get pretty messy under there. So let's look at some of the pros and the cons, and let's be straight up about them. Okay, the good, and remember this is in theory, keeps your rate low. It might encourage more people to sell, and it could help the supply crisis a little. The bad, the real reality. Mortgages are tied to the address. It's not like moving your Spotify subscription. Rewriting these contracts is a legal mess. If your new home costs more, you'll need a second loan, likely at today's ugly rates. Investors who buy mortgages, aka the fuel of our housing system, absolutely hate uncertainty. This kind of disruption could drive rates up for everyone. It's not a real solution to affordability. It is a Band-Aid on a broken leg. But here is the bigger problem. Pulte himself. Forget the mortgage theory for a second. Let's zoom out and look at this picture. Pulte isn't just the face of risky housing ideas. He's being accused of stuff that's borderline criminal. He's fired internal investigators who were looking into him. He's allegedly accessed private mortgage records of people critical of Trump. And one of his allies leaked confidential financial data to a competitor. That's not just a bad look. That's potentially a federal crime. He referred to a Democratic Congressman, Eric Swalwell, for DOJ prosecution over what experts call a laughable claim. And he's also gotten in on Letitia James. The translation of this, he's not just mismanaging the FHFA. He might be using it like a personal political tool, paid for with your tax dollars. Now listen, House Democrat leader Hakeem Jeffries put it plainly. Bill Pulte, and I quote, Bill Pulte is a malignant hack who's wasting taxpayers' money on witch hunts and might be criminally liable. He said that on record, y'all, Hakeem James. This isn't a Twitter beef. It's real, and it's building. Listen, why should all this matter to you? Because this shouldn't be political. Home ownership should not be political. Housing policy isn't just paperwork. It's how we build wealth. It's how families grow. It's how families and people get stability. And when the person in charge of half the mortgage market is firing watchdogs, floating sketchy loan products, leaking private information, and weaponizing the system against political enemies, that's not just corruption, that's dangerous. Portable mortgages might sound good, but when they come from someone under fire for abusing the system, it's time to take a pause and ask, is this about helping homeowners or helping himself? What is your thoughts on this? Do you think he's truly trying to help the housing crisis or sees this as a place for his own personal gain? Hey, homes are still being sold. They might be being sold a little bit slower, but they're still being sold. I've been closing them. And that is because owning a home is a power move. Markets are going to be up or markets are going to be down. The ultimate thing is it time for you? That is a personal choice. And it's actually a great position to be in. And because being prepared actually starts with knowing what your money is looking like, you might want to head on over to my website and download your free budget planner. And while you're there, you want to make sure you sign up for my newsletter as well. All of this is going to help you take control of your finances, help you plan smarter, and be ready for whatever this wild market is going to throw at us next. Baby, it's making me want to drink a little bit more. Now listen, make sure you subscribe, you share, you stay informed. Your financial future deserves better than fine print and wishful thinking. So until next time, go be a good human. You never know when a smile will save somebody's life. Sugar. Peace.